Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to look at GBPUSD analysis. Since the last two updates, we may see that price already came down in our area. This was the first update at this zone, and the second update was under this pattern and price came down to 1.1860, as you may see. So here we are at the second update when the price was close to this area and it moved down. So what may happen over the coming days? As you may see on the bigger picture on the 4-hour chart, the scenario that I'm looking at is this potential ABC pattern, and the chances are very high that the price probably completed the C wave at this point. Another pattern that I am actually looking at, and it was very difficult during all these days. We have seen GBP/USD not to give up since a long period of time. Price spent approximately more than 18 days in this correction zone, up and down, and later we saw this breakout, small movement, and price bounced again. So at the end of the day, GBP showed it to be very strong again. It is moving up above this pattern. This wedge pattern already is showing the price contraction right now, so we have the bullish volume that is increased a lot during these days. We have more buyers, and we have also to be careful because tomorrow we have the CPI data from the US. What may happen that I see the price is also rising at this point, but even if the price is going to come down, the chances are that we may see any correction before it will continue to rise. However, it is not something that we haven't seen before, that when the price begin the bullish movement or the bearish movement, it doesn't stop at all. So both scenarios are possible. Today the correction was very small, so it was not in line with expectations. However, it can continue to rise further from this point. If this is going to be the beginning of the wave, let's say, I'm looking at for two potential targets because this was a target that was running since today morning. The first one will be close to this structure. It looks small, but this is approximately, let's say, 80 pips from this point, 100 pips close to the top, so it is not small at all as target. And the next one should be the top of the structure in order to complete all this picture here, and after that we are going to have a type of range trading opportunity. So let's see what is going to happen. In my opinion, it is not worth to join the trade right now, but the chances are that we may have the correction before it will rise. However, this is pushing for the moment. The targets uh, are still valid in my opinion, and the bigger picture is still showing that the price may rise further. If you are on this trade from any lower zone, let's suppose from the low, from the middle zone, or from the support zone, probably you may move stops at break even and let this trade to move free. So we can never know how it may develop from this position. As you may see, since uh, February 1, price is in a clear bearish wave on the daily chart, and overall this is the correction of the next wave. However, we are going to look at what is happening. From the previous analysis, we have two. The first one was close to the top and the price was already showing that it was on the fifth completed wave of a bigger wave in red, and it proved to be right until now. We had also the small path was correcting to this point, and price already moved down. We may see the price here. So here it was our scenario. And what may happen over the coming days? So from a technical perspective, what we have seen all this time is that price is just creating impulsive movements, correction, impulsive, small correction. Here it was fast, another correction, and it is moving down. This is another correction that can push the price down or up, but what is already getting more interesting at this moment is that price is creating this type of channel pattern here. This is taking a new place, as you may see. Already Australian dollar is very weak. We have to be very careful. In my opinion, it is holding very strong all the time. It's top for since a long period of time here in this correction. It was more than a week. It came down some small pips. It is correcting and it's close to the trend line again. The problem is that this channel can continue to expand more in this way. We can have another small correction and it can move down. So the chances are both. It is very risky to trade at this moment. We may see price to come close and later on it can bounce and it can rise further from this point, as I see. However, exists also the possibility that we may see the price to bounce above the channel and after that it can rise from this point. At least this is what I'm looking at with the current data that we already have. If price is going to arise from the current price position, let's say, this is the first zone that I'm looking at for the price to show the first resistance area, and the second one will be the top. However, it will be a bit difficult. Probably Silvergate may create these problems during these days because not everything finished. In my opinion, everything just began at this moment and we are at the beginning of the banking system. They may crash, they may have very big difficulties during these moments. However, this is the bullish scenario. Even if price is going to come down, it will stop at a moment of time the bearish movement. So also for the bearish movement on the downside, we may see a bounce from this area. However, it is very risky if you are going to jump in the trade right now. These are the two possible scenarios that I'm looking at for this moment. From the fundamental perspective, we have to focus on Tuesday. We have consumer price index, so the US is going to release the CPI data tomorrow. It may create high volatility. It can give power to the Australian dollar if they are going to have any bad data here or how the market will interpret this data. So let's see what is going to happen. Thank you, and I wish you all a profitable week. Bye bye.